Alright guys, welcome back. Sorry about the background noise. My neighbor's mowing the grass, but she should be done here before too long. So today I'm going to work on installing a new fish finder on the boat. I ended up going to Bass Pro Shops and they had a pretty good deal, $50 off on this Lowrance, I believe it's a Hook Reveal 5. Yep, Hook Reveal 5. And I know I kind of wanted to have something that was big enough that I could see it and not have to worry about having to squint to tell what's on the screen. And it has color and it has GPS on it. I did not get the version with the inland maps already, with the contours of every lake and everything, but I don't think I'll really need it. I probably won't go too many other spots other than where I'm at, so I'm not too worried about it. And the reason I went with this one is because the mounting bracket is about the same and it looks like it'll fit real nice in here. I couldn't fit anything too big unless I got some sort of contraption, and I didn't feel like spending any more money. I was trying to save as much as I could. So this ought to be pretty interesting, but stick with me and I'll go through the process so that way maybe anybody else that wants to do something very similar to their boat, just upgrade some sort of equipment or get a Hook Reveal 5 while they're cheap, knows how to do it, because I'm sure I'm going to have some struggles trying to put this thing on. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off this existing fish finder. Okay, now I have that off. Clean some of that junk out of there. So this is the existing wire. I believe the way this one works is the transducer is tied in to the same exact spot, as you can see. So there's an existing transducer on this. Let me just buy that off chance, see if this will fit. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take this little side plate off right here and see what's behind there. I wish I had it off yesterday, but I didn't know if I was gonna buy a fish finder or not. So I'm just gonna take that and open it up, see what's behind there, so I can know what I'm messing with, because I'm gonna have to run these wires and hide them. Alright, so I took this side plate off right here, this right here, and I can see that these cables run directly down here. I'll go ahead and yank them through. Now, okay, so this is the wire for the transducer, and I can see that this goes down into the actual boat. So it runs down into the boat right here. It might go to that fuse box. So let me hop in there and I will check the fuse box and see if what section I'm pulling on. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead. I know that runs down in there because I can see it moving right here. It's moving something. Alright, so I believe this is what I'm going to do. Let's see if I can get some better light. So I disconnected the old line power, and snipped it, and it was tied in together with the transducer on this old fish finder. So what I'm going to do, this is the new power, this is the new line for the power to go straight to the fish finder, the new one. I am going to try to splice these two in with the original one that's in there, because I can't figure out exactly where it's going, and there's a bunch of cords and I do not want to mess anything up. So I'm going to see if I can rig this one up, splice this one in there, and then I'm going to be able to test it, see if it works. So I know this isn't probably ideal, but this is what I'm going to try to do. And this whole boat is kind of like this, so it's not like it's anything new. Okay, so I'm taking this little crush nut thing, putting it on there. Then taking these channel locks, make sure they're down in there good. Crushing them on there. But they're connected so far right now. So let's see if we get power to the fish finder. Moment of truth. Here's the fish finder. Oh, all right. We got power. So let me run you through what all I need to do, what all I needed to do. Okay. So basically, I'm dumb and didn't realize that there was a fuse that was blown, and it kept blowing. So this fish finder ended up coming with a fuse, and there's a little relay you put in there, whatever it's called, little that you put into the line for that fuse. Well, the original power source runs back into the fuse box panel, whatever you want to call it, and I had spark, but I didn't really think about it shorting out the fuse, and I lost the power, and I was like, why? I knew there was power to it, but for some odd reason I can't get it to do anything. So then I ran the line back to I just disconnected everything, ran a line back to the actual battery, and the fish finder came on. So I knew there wasn't an issue in the new stuff that I got. So then I went over and I realized that that fuse was blown. I checked all the fuses. So I switched it out with the fuse that I got from the fish finder, put that in there, and then I should have checked it a different way, but it hit on the metal, got another spark, knew I had power there, but I blew that fuse. So then I ran out of fuses, so then I had to reach out, and luckily my dad had some, so I put a new fuse in there. I think I ended up burning up like 3 fuses, different fuses, not even thinking about how I was trying to finagle everything, and then my tool would hit the other one and it would blow that fuse. But finally I'll show y'all what I have. I took those little, I said wire nuts, but it's some sort of little crush nut thing. I don't know, I ain't an electrician, but that's what came with it, and I'll show y'all right here what I did. Zoom in a little bit. So right here you can see 2 of these are coming from the fish finder. 2 of them are the original power going back to the fuse box. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'll probably end up wrapping some tape around them, make them a little bit tighter that way. Hopefully nothing comes out, because I would hate to be bumping along, hit a big wake, and boom, there goes my fish finder. But I'll show y'all. We got power. There's the beep. There we go. So it just ended up taking a little bit of thinking, which I apparently don't do very often, but I ended up getting it going. I'm not gonna set it up right now. I gotta set up the transducer, run that back up through, so I can go ahead and put this on the actual mount. I can put it on there and then button everything up, and then I'll come back through and show y'all what the setup is looking like. So now I've got these 2 wires coming out. This bracket's real nice. You just take this and that's a locking mechanism right there. Push that down, put these ears in, and then you can pop that in just how you want it. lock it in, get the angle right. Then you take this, pop it right there, and you're ready to go. Then I'll take this one, put it in the bottom. I'll take this one, put it in the top. Probably end up cutting that off, but as you can see, that's everything wired up. So I gotta take this original one off, sadly. Okay, so I'm just gonna take one side off. Slide that wire back in there behind it. I'm gonna throw it back. No, I'm gonna put it back on there. Throw it back on. It's pretty dang level to me. I've got this little bracket piece. Looks like earmuffs. So this goes in here. Just pops in. If I can get it. Finally. So you want to make that thing level. Just eyeballing it. That's pretty dang close there. I don't think there's anything wrong with the original one, so I'm just going to reuse them. Pretty good to me. Okay guys, so I'll go ahead and show y'all what I did exactly. Alright, so right here, this is the fish finder obviously. So I ran these wires down through, there's a hole already underneath of it. And then these wires go up underneath of here. And back behind this, right up here. And there's your transducer. Brand new. And then I had the original power supply that I then tied into, and that's what I used. I didn't use all the pieces that it came with, but I'm glad it came with those crush nuts, whatever they are exactly. Through my own trial and error, I ended up figuring out that it was the fuse box that was causing the issue, because I kept blowing fuses. Go figure. When you touch electric to metal, it blows a fuse. But everything is tightened back up. You just take these bolts or these screws out. There's some more down here, and this little side piece pops off. And then there's everything's behind. There's a whole bunch of wires. There's throttle cables. I just don't mess with it. But I'll go ahead and show y'all what I got going. Got the hook reveal. I like how it looks on here. It's not too big. It fits just right. Doesn't block any of these. Okay, so now you're here with a thing basically saying do not use this as your navigation. So pay attention. Accept. So this is just where I have the down scan and sonar. So you can see you're going through here. Here's the GPS. That's where I have to mark it. So sonar, down scan, GPS with sonar, and then there's the down scan with sonar. And I'll end up probably doing a GPS with a down scan. But I'm happy with how everything looks, so I'll probably end up using this one the most. And then I'll go back and I'll have to add some storage. I believe there's a little spot right here. And there's a spot for micro SD. So that shouldn't be any problem, because that'll be just like using a trail camera. I'll just pop one of them in there and I'll be able to save everything. I'm gonna be able to get this thing in the water here soon. Got a few more little things I gotta touch up. Gotta clean it up a little bit more. But I went out and got a fire extinguisher. Got some PEDs. I believe it's what it's called. I know, just something I can float with. Got an anchor. Got some rope. And everything seems to be working right now, so it won't be too long. I'm waiting on the registration to come back. And then I got some numbers, and hopefully I'll be able to get out on the water. And then I'll be able to provide some fishing videos. I don't know how much catching I'll be doing, but I'll definitely have some fishing. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Maybe if y'all have anything going on very similar to this, it'll help you skip a few of these trial and error steps that I had to go through, even though it seems like a lot of it's common sense. But I hope y'all enjoyed, and you can go follow me on Instagram at Going with Gus, and as always, gotta get going.